With Star Wars Outlaws being number 2 on my most anticipated games of 2024, I gotta say, I wasn't ready for the amount of characters, story, gameplay features, mechanics, and Star Wars lore we got after the story trailer and gameplay exclusives, let alone being ready to experience all of what Star Wars Outlaws will offer in just 4 months on August 30th. So here are just 10 gameplay details that I wasn't expecting that I cannot wait to try out in Star Wars Outlaws. Are you ready? Yo, it's your boy James over XpectoGO, bringing you guys fun and positive gaming content. In Star Wars Outlaws, your journey as Kay and Nix takes you to the Outer Rim's criminal underworld through 4 crime syndicates confirmed in the story trailer, with each having their own leader. The more recognizable, obviously, Jabba the Hutt, leader of the Hutt cartel. The leader I'm honestly most excited to see, strictly due to the Easter egg possibilities. Han Solo, Lando Calrissian, possibly Leia, Boba Fett, I can go on. Another recognizable syndicate leader is Lady Kira of the Crimson Dawn, played by Emilia Clarke herself in Solo: A Star Wars Story, a character I also wasn't expecting to see in game, who I loved and now get to know more about due to Star Wars Outlaws. Then Queen Ashiga of the Ashiga clan, a new syndicate created for Outlaws, a new clan. How cool is that? And then lastly, Gorak of the Pike Syndicate. During your open world gameplay in Star Wars Outlaws, you will be encountering one or more of these crime syndicates at each of your locations. Which leads us to the reputation system. The reputation system in Star Wars Outlaws represents your relationship with those 4 syndicates throughout the galaxy. As Game Informer reports, your reputation can range from terrible to excellent for each group based on your choices and interactions towards the criminal organization. A good reputation with a syndicate allows you so many perks, allows you to walk freely in their hideouts, get special stocks or discounts at the shops in their territories, jobs even for the syndicates, intel, rumors, high stakes support tables if you want to play, and even receive backup against other syndicates and the Empire itself. The flip side, though, is if you have a bad reputation per se with the syndicates, they won't let you in, according to lead system designer. You can sneak in, but if you get caught, you will be kicked out and maybe even die. The syndicates and their reputation system are hubs of opportunities to make a ton of money, which is the job of a scoundrel like Kay. Now, there are 2 important gameplay systems centered around your choices or behavior per se in Star Wars Outlaws that developer Massive Entertainment says will be at play within every city, planet, space station, and space itself. The first being the aforementioned reputation system, which applies to your relationship with the syndicates. The second being the wanted system that applies to your in-game relationship with the Empire. The Empire can put the wanted tag on you as Kay when she acts against their wishes. In last summer's gameplay walkthrough, we got to see the wanted system in action, as we saw Kay refuse to pay a bribe to an Imperial officer, resulting in a high-speed speeder chase that followed her from the planet into space, resulting in a cool dogfight. When avoiding the Empire or sneaking into Syndicate territories for quests, you will need to rely on your stealth. Star Wars Outlaws gameplay gives you the opportunities as Kay Vess to perform stealthy takedowns, to clear paths towards your quest destinations, and more. Stealth is a major part of this game's gameplay, shown through Kay's design, gear, even her cute partner, Nix. Kay is designed with a ponytail that has a pin in her hair that she uses to quietly pick locks. Stealth gear consists of binoculars, allowing you to mark enemies on the map, and her blaster that you can customize to stun for quiet takedowns. Then there's Nix, who can really shine in stealth, a feature I was not ready for. According to Game Informer's playthrough, while hiding as Kay, you can instruct Nix to be a distraction, ranging from acting cute in front of a guard to climbing up a guard's legs and jumping onto their head, allowing you to execute a hand-to-hand takedown as Kay. I mean, how creative and dope of a feature is that? Speaking on combat, Game Informer also states that Star Wars Outlaws gives you a variety of combat gameplay. The aforementioned stealth type combat, hand-to-hand combat, and combat with gunplay using modifications or customizations to Kay's blaster, giving you much needed advantages over specific enemies, taking on standard to strong enemy types with shields and more advanced weaponry within each Syndicate and Empire group, both of which, get this, drop items for you to collect, like healing items and even better weapons than Kay's blaster that you can use until you run out of ammo. Star Wars Outlaws even offers vehicle combat, whether on the speeder utilizing the slow motion gunplay or aboard your ship, the Trailblazer, which I love that name, where you can have space battles with TIE fighters, large scale battles against massive Imperial vessels. With such a variety of combat options, the combat feature will definitely be a gameplay highlight. What's also a highlight is showing love to the subscribe and like button if you're enjoying the video so far. We'd greatly appreciate it. Speaking of highlights, let's highlight some of the main characters of Star Wars Outlaws, starting with our own character, Kay Vess, an unassuming thief from Canto Bight, a city most known for the casino scene in Star Wars The Last Jedi, which I'm not a fan of. Justice for Finn. Kay apparently is from the workers' district, not the rich district, where she started as a common pickpocket before becoming the full-on thief we know her to be. The associate art director at Massive Entertainment for Star Wars Outlaws states that Kay's dreams of pulling off the ultimate heist allows her to attain her primary goal for her and her companion Nix, which is freedom. However, after a job goes sideways, apparently, Kay finds herself with a massive bounty on her head and a target on her back, which is where we pick up with her at the beginning of Star Wars Outlaws, making her more relatable, cheering on an underdog with no powers, just brain, determination, and a cute buddy, Nix. Speaking of Nix, Nix is a Merqual, a new species which I was not expecting, created by Massive Entertainment in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. According to Game Informer, Nix is from an unknown rainforest planet, and at a certain point, Kay and Nix meet and become partners. Describing Kay and Nix in terms of, and I quote, 1 + 1 = 3, because they are greater than the sum of their parts, which is a cool thought process when coming up with their relationship and gameplay mechanics. They work together a lot, and Nix helps you, but he's really her buddy, akin to a Han and Chewie relationship. Another relationship you will have as Kay is with the droid ND5, who has a mysterious past, wearing a trench coat because of that past, which might explain the possible blaster or lightsaber scar over his chest, since he comes from the Clone Wars era. This honestly is my favorite character so far from Star Wars Outlaws, and I cannot wait to explore their backstory, especially coming from Clone Wars, one of my favorite eras in all of Star Wars. Which leads us to more gameplay mechanics. Traversal in Star Wars Outlaws. As Kay, you will be able to swing with your grappling hook, climb, and even parkour dense city and forest biomes. But also, with a simple press of a button, you can summon your very own speeder, which according to Massive Entertainment was designed with inspiration from a Swedish motorbike manufacturer, making the speeder Traversal really fun, thrilling, game full of tricks, featuring a radio where you can listen to local enemy chatter from the Empire or Syndicates. Also featuring a slow motion targeting system that some have stated is similar to Red Dead's Dead Eye feature, which I have never played any of the Red Dead games, and I know I'm going to get brutalized for that. A game I have played, though, is Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and I must say, you will get those vibes with the space fights in Star Wars Outlaws. While aboard the Trailblazer, again, love the name, you will get into dogfights with hostile spacecrafts. Dogfighting is, quote unquote, as accessible as possible because movement in a whole full-on 360-degree environment is quite challenging, says Star Wars Outlaws game director. Massive helps you with that challenge by slowing down the pace of dogfights, giving players with a chase cam control that allows enemy ships to be chased automatically so you can focus solely on aiming your shots. In addition to being a vessel for space exploration and deep space combat, the Trailblazer serves as a sort of home base for Kay, Nix, and her crew. While roaming the ship on foot, you'll be able to speak with other characters in the Outer Rim and apparently explore the mysteries of the ship's history. I gotta say, the more and more I hear about Star Wars Outlaws gameplay mechanics, features, and even characters, specifically their lore and their background, the more I want to learn more and get into this world that is Star Wars Outlaws in an already lovable world that was created by my boy George Lucas. That being said, we just gotta wait for its release on August 30th, with early access being August 27th if you buy the certain editions, which we'll talk about in another video. What gameplay mechanics, features, or even character lore took you off guard and you was not expecting? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk more Star Wars Outlaws. Thank you guys so much for watching the video and hanging out with your boy. I have been James over XpectoGO, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in fun and positive gaming content. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to check out the video to your right. I want to send a special shout out to our Patronus Squad members who help us keep the lights on over here at XpectoGO on a daily basis, specifically Jay and Mercury. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time.